I will walk you through creation of the template for information extraction from the empirical studies. So, how I created these 8 headers is basically after going through several textbooks on meta-analysis. I basically collected all the information sources meta-analysis should have and created these 7 headers. So the first header is study metadata, includes the study ID, authors, years, general information about the empirical study. Then I have the research methodology, which is basically has all the information regarding the research design, assignments of samples, that method of assignment. Then we have type of quantitative finding, group contrasts, etc. Then random assignment, whether it was or not, control group type, whether it was a blinding, time, range, duration. Then you have setting, and then lastly the theoretical framework. The third header is about sample characteristics. It collects data about the total sample size per group, age, mean, standard deviation range, gender distribution, ethnicity, race. Then it also has some fields that you will see very dedicated to the medical field, because meta-analysis is used predominantly in the medical sciences, clinical studies. So clinical status, inclusion exclusion criteria is common for all studies, attrition rate, socioeconomic context, these are all common. So if it doesn't find any data that is relevant for that particular category, the uh, LLM will put a not applicable or leave it as a blank. So intervention details, here again, intervention name, type, theoretical foundation, and duration, dosage, as well as all those things are medical field related, but I have kept it as such to make this tool universal. Then we have the outcome measures, again primary outcome, secondary outcome, measurement tools, instruments, reliability statistics, validity, measurement time points, pre, post, follow up, all that kind of information if available in the empirical study. Then we have the statistical results. We have statistical tests used, effect sizes, type, value, direction, p-values, confidence intervals, mean, standard deviations, hypothesis, whether it's supported or not, then moderator or mediator analysis, if it is mentioned in that empirical study. Then 7, I have the study quality and bias information from each study. Then that has the methodological limitations as stated in the study, then risk of bias, funding source, conflict of interest, and author acknowledged limitation. So 8, cultural contextual factors, country, region, language of study, cultural adaptations, and socioeconomic context. Now we can also use the reasoning power of the LLMs to actually generate some information beyond what is there in the study, but essentially we are keeping this based on what is explicitly mentioned in these studies. So now then again, I also include instructions for the output. It has to be in this particular format, and then the missing data has to be handled in a different way. Terminology has to be preserved from the original study, and so on and so forth. In this particular segment of the video, I will cover the Excel template that I have created to collect the extracted data from the empirical studies. So each of these headers are now a worksheet in my template. So you see the metadata is the worksheet, methodology, sample, then you have intervention, then outcomes, statistics, all of these were headers in my um, a text file. So the fields underneath the headers were the study ID, authors, years, titles, publication type, then all this that I had talked about in the uh, uh, text file. So this is now ready to capture the information that I will extract from the uh, LLM. So that's it for this one. Then I will introduce the user interface for the LibreChat environment. So basically the environment is loaded on the PC and there is a website uh, that's locally hosted, and you can actually um, select the model that you want. Um, for example, let's go with the Claude Sonnet model. And once you are ready with it, um, let us look at what the benefits of this user interface is. You can load your uh, studies from your collection, and so it's as easy as doing this, and this automatically is located here in the local directory that is available. So you can manage all these files if you want to. If there are too many of these files, you can select one or select all to delete the files. And then there is the provision of making the creating the prompts. So here we have the prompts menu, and we click on create a prompt. We give a prompt a name, and then we define the prompt. So I have defined a prompt which is called extract data and fill codebook, and let us go to the prompt and see what it is. So essentially I have written what I want done. So the prompt description says that study in detail the empirical study, and I gave it a name which I will upload every time I will define a new study. Then the template for data extraction remains the same, and the template for data recording remains the same for all my um, uh, research papers. So what I'm asking it to do is to extract the data for each of the 8 headers in the extraction template. These headers are separate sheets in the XLS file. I'm telling that there are separate sheets which have the same names. All files under each header be displayed horizontally as column heads in a tabular format. And I'm asking it to show it in a certain manner and ensure that the LLM provides the page number of the source from the study. In that case, it will be easier for the human rater to detect whether that source, that information is accurate or not. It will speed up the reliability and the validity aspects of it. So we go back to the chat. So this is the segment on getting used to the user interface for the LibreChat environment. This segment of the video, I will now show you how I have used this one LLM to extract the data and populate my XLS file. So I have selected the Claude Sonnet 4.5 LLM, and now I will attach the files. This is the study, this is the template, this is the merged template for the information extraction, and I'll go to the prompt and I just click on this prompt. It asks for the study name. Here I give chai star. I don't have to type the entire name of the study, and then I submit. So as we see that we are getting the details from the study ready in a tabular format, which will then copy and paste into the Excel file. All right. So now that we have received the information from the Claude Sonnet LLM, what I will do is I'll just copy this and Control C, go to the template, and I'd restart I would remove the any previous file here. Say I start afresh and I paste it here. So this is the information from the metadata field. Similarly, for the methodology field, I will go back to the study again, the extracted information in the research methodology. I will copy the entire thing and I will paste it there. Then I will show you the capability of actually comparing this. So now I will change this to Gemini Pro and create a new chat with the Gemini Pro. I will again attach these files and I will select the same prompt, select again, define the study, and I'll do submit. So we wait for the output because it is a lot of data that is going back and forth in the form of tokens. So let's see, this is something that we don't want it like that. So what we do is we again regenerate. So if we don't um, get the output in the format we need, we can always regenerate. Okay, here we go, it worked. So all right, so now what we do, we again do the same thing, and I'm going to show you how this uh, particular extraction work and compares with that of the previous extraction. So what I'll do is I'll just cut and paste here and see, this is one found. So you see the difference, one found the DOI, the other couldn't find the DOI. The source not visible in the document, it says, but it is there. Then Chinese university and highly relevance is the so now let's look at the uh, meta-analysis research methodology, and here let us see what kind of findings we have from this particular LLM. So now we will, so this is cross-sectional, it's a single group, correlational, same thing. This is not applicable, not applicable, random assignment, not applicable, not applicable, control group. So this is matching and extended technology application, and one chose to give the page numbers in a separate column, and this one chose to integrate it. So as you see, we get different models to that gives us the information from the document, and then either we can match and and find out the entire information by by assimilating the information from this from the extraction capabilities of different models, and then also look at the reliability of the information that each model generates. So let us just give it a shot, trying another LLM, and this time let us try the Mistral large latest model. Again, I'm going to start a new interface. This one I'm going to do the same study, the same document template. As for the prompt, it remains the same, and here it is. Let us see the output this one gives. So this one chooses to give this information in this format, which is fine. This, or we can redo we can tell it to reformat the fields on the so that it becomes column. So let it finish and we can ask it to do the reformatting for us. Okay, now that it has finished, so I can say reformat this table so the fields are shown across, and then I send it. So now it has given me the field and the study data in the format that I will just be able to copy and paste. So what I'll do now is again copy this information and paste it on that metadata sheet and see how different or similar it is. So here we are seeing all the information that it has found out, and so you can see the reliability of it. And the other thing is the relevance to meta-analysis. This is using some some reasoning factor, and gives us whether the study was correctly shortlisted or not. So that is a reaffirmation of our decision to include the study. And let us look at what it produced for us with respect to the research methodology. So again, I'll use the because it doesn't have the so I'll just select this and put it here so that it matches up. And now you have the information about the research methodology used in the study, and this will help us to generate the reliability table by the human rater. Okay, so this, I believe, overall gives you an idea as to how to use this tool um, with the LLMs that allow for this kind of information. Just let me give you an update that the OpenAI, the LLMs, they do not allow. They have limits on the token size that that are exchanged on a per minute basis. So the information is too big apparently to fit their token restrictions. So the open AI model was not used in any of this analysis. So hopefully this is helpful for you in extracting data and making a code book using the LLM. Thank you again for your attention and patience. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate and let me know. I will try to answer those to the best of my abilities. Thank you.